Welcome back. Welcome back. We are the Critics Collective. I am Legacy Lingo. And I want to thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of the weekly top five, where we review the box office top five earnings for the weekend. All right. This is for weekend number 5. And before we get into that, though, I do want to thank you guys who have been rocking with us, who have been supporting us. We were on the road to 500 and we have hit that number. We thank you guys for all the subscribing, all the liking of the videos, all the comments. And now we are on the road to 1,000. And we want you guys to spread the word and continue to be a part of the community. Tell us what you want us to review. Let us know how you feel about these reviews and these box offers. We're ready to engage. Thank you guys for getting us here so far. For those of you who are new to us, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up. Click the alerts button so you can join the collective community. We wanna have you here. We're looking forward to making more content for you guys. We're looking forward to growing this community. All right, so the top 5 box office earnings. We're at weekend number 5. Last week, this is where we were at. Flight Risk was opening up that weekend. It came in number 1, 11.6 mil. Mufasa the Lion King got 8.6 mil. Back at number 2 again. One of them days was at 8 million. Sonic the Hedgehog 3, 5.3 million, and Moana 2 crept back into the top 5 with 4.2 million. Shout out to Moana 2. They made a ton of money. All right, so that was weekend number 4 of 2025. We're now getting into the numbers here for weekend number 5 of 2025. Let's start with number 5. Number 5 actually is Flight Risk. All right, Flight Risk was number 1 last week, and it dropped all the way to number 5 with a 53% drop off, down, making 5.4 million. Last weekend, it actually only made 11.6. So it's not that painful of a drop off. And throughout the week, it was still making some money. Its overall budget was 25 million, if I'm not mistaken. Double check that. Yes. Its overall budget is 25 million, and overall so far domestically it's made 20 million. So despite the mixed reviews, most of them leaning more towards meh, bad, and unfortunately we don't have that review up for you guys at the moment. But everywhere else, the mixed reviews not so great. It's making its money back. So anything after this next weekend is going to be icing on the cake, and then that's not counting the international numbers. So shout out to them. All right, so number 4 this week is actually one of them days, making 5.8 million. Last week it was at number 3, as you just saw. Now, one of the days overall budget was I believe 14 million, and they've made domestically 34.3 million so far. So kudos to them. We do have that review up, so you guys go ahead and check that out and let us know what you think about it. I have labeled it as this Next Generation's Friday. Hit me in the comments. Let me know if you agree or disagree. All right, so moving on to number 3. Last week, this movie was at number 2, and it's still hanging in the top 5. You got to give this props. 7 weeks in theaters. Mufasa the Lion King is still in the top 5. It made another 6.3 million. It's made 229 million domestically. That's not counting how much it made worldwide. So Disney's got another win on their hands, and shout outs to them for doing it. And it's the perfect timing, because January and February don't really have that many strong releases. It's the opportunity for a lot of the indie stuff to get out there and make its money. So Mufasa came right at the right time to still ride this wave and stay in that top 5. So shout out to them. All right, so bit of a shakeup with the top 2. Okay, we did have some new releases, and I gotta tell you, I'm a little surprised. So last week, number 2 was Mufasa the Lion King. This week, number 2 is The Companion, or it's just called Companion. Sorry. All right, this film just dropped opening weekend, 9.3. Okay, I did not watch it, but Maite did, and we will be getting that review posted. You guys let us know in the comments if you think this was justified. I honestly thought, being its first weekend and not much going on with the movies that are out, I honestly thought this was going to be number 1. Which brings me to, well, first let me also shout out Companion, because their budget overall was estimated at only 10 million. And if their budget is estimated 10 million, they made 9.3 on opening weekend, then I know these studios they're just cutting the food. They're partying, they're celebrating, they're buying all kinds of stuff for the kids, or even the kids they don't have, or kids they plan to have, who knows. So Companion, shout out to you guys. $10 million budget, you already made 9.3 on the opening weekend. But number 1, this one, I'm not gonna lie, this one caught me off guard. And I know, I should know better, but I totally dismissed this movie. Number 1 is Dog Man. And then look how much it made. You know, you had Companion, the highest it made was 9.3. Everything else was less than that. And you get Dogman here. This animated series that was inspired from some books where they put a head of a dog on a man, and he ends up having the abilities of both as an officer. And it's a comedy. I saw this and I totally dismissed it. I did not expect to see this at number one. I knew it would place in the top five. I'm not gonna lie to you, I thought it was gonna be number five. But Dogman has made 36 million opening weekend. Its overall budget is estimated to be 40 million. And so not only did I dismiss it, I'm over here looking like a bum because they're celebrating. They've made their money. That's week number one. Anything on top of that is just icing on the cake. It's all profits. So shout out to them. We don't have a review for Dogman, but I'm sure one will be popping up sooner than later. So kudos to them for that. All right, so here's your weekly top five for week number 5. Again, Dogman, 36 million. Companion, 9.3. Mufasa the Lion King, 6.3. One of Them Days, 5.8. And Flight Risk, 5.4 million. All right, so if you guys want to get in those comments and let us know if you thought that this was a justified top 5, if you thought things should have placed differently, and also let us know what your predictions for next week are, because I'm looking forward to seeing if there's going to be any shakeup. Looking forward to see if Dogman, if this was a fluke, or if Dogman is the real deal. Looking to see if it's even going to be in the top 5 next week. I'm curious about that. All right, so again, I want to thank you guys that's been rocking with us, and then you guys that are dedicated watching these episodes every week with the weekly top 5 box office earnings. I really love doing this for you guys. Engage with me in the comments, and again, if you're new, please hit the subscribe button, like this video, go ahead and hit the alerts, join the collective community. We hit 500 subscribers, and we appreciate all you guys. And now we're on the road to 1,000 to keep growing this community, and we want to have you guys, so please go ahead and do that for us. All right, this is another episode of the Critics Collective weekly top 5 box office. I'm Legacy Lingo, and we will see you guys on the next one.